By 2013, the whole zombie fad had pretty much passed the world by, with the exception of maybe The Walking Dead. But that didn't stop filmmaker Cody Knotts from cranking out this schlocktacular gore fest known as Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies. Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies is exactly what you think it is. The plot is about as well put together as a decomposing body, and the acting rots like a perfectly good pile of brains left out in the sun for too long. It is, without a doubt, one of the most ridiculous movies I've ever seen, and is a complete waste of the wrestlers who star in it. But let me tell you how I really feel. Our story begins at an indie show someplace, and wait, hold on! Look at that logo, folks, look at it! What in the name of Photoshop is this pixelated piece of garbage? How can that look so bad? This is the first impression for viewers. For the first time, I think you can accurately gauge the quality of a film by the quality of its opening image. Anyway, at this random indie show, former ECW champion and proto-Matt striker Shane Douglas sees some other wrestler named Battling Billy macking on his woman, Taya Parker. Battling Billy? Ugh, even on this fake show the wrestlers have terrible names. Later, the French Fries and BB have what looks to be a regular match until a piledriver spot goes awry. You know that woman's a doctor because she wears her lab coat at all times. Also, you know she's a lady because she's wearing high heels. That's just how it works in movie making, folks.
Oh my God, Billy's dead!
Thanks for the obvious news flash, Ms. Disembodied Lady Voice. The next scene takes us to a secret meeting between a mysterious Scotsman and the promoter, played by the film's writer, director, and producer, Cody Knotts. Dear God, we have another Tommy Wiseau on our hands! We must stop him!
Is this legit?
Oh, my mistake, sir. You responding by silently handing me a large stack of money obviously makes this legit. The Scotsman, who we learn is named Angus, Natch, says he's hosting a private show at an abandoned penitentiary and is paying for the services of some of Knotts' wrestlers.
Those two. I don't care about the rest.
How about I throw in there Roddy Piper, Hacksaw, Matt Hardy, and his girlfriend, Revy Sky. I can get you the Olympic champion, Kurt Angle.
Hang on, man. Angus is only asking for 2 people, okay? 2, not half the card for WrestleMania 25. So Angus, which of my wrestlers do you want to use for this private show of yours?
Just these 2. These 2 are all that I need.
Well, for the money you're paying me, I can throw in a few more people like Piper, Jim Duggan.
Yeah, that's great. Really great, but really, I only need Shane Douglas and Taya Parker.
Matt Hardy, Revy Sky, a couple of indie randos. Oh, I can throw in Kurt Angle too.
That really won't be necessary. No need to get all these other people involved. Besides, I didn't pay you that much. You're kind of devaluing your roster here.
Hey, do you want the Nitro Girls? I could bring them all out of retirement for this show. It wouldn't be that hard.
Look, I only need these 2 people because I'm trying to kill him out of revenge, okay? Stop it. No more.
PN News?
Yeah, throw him in.
We're briefly introduced to Barbara, a nurse at a local hospital. She goes to reapply her makeup as naturally as one would in the freezing cold, when suddenly... Okay, I would have reacted a little differently to that than say, not at all. Babs gets abducted by Angus, who binds her wrists and covers her mouth with duct tape. Okay, well, I can't complain about the acting here. It's better than when I did it.
Don't talk anymore. Okay? Okay? Just gonna do this. Yeah.
Angus then begins a bizarre ritual where he gropes Barbara, then he eviscerates her with an old dagger before taking a bite out of her still beating heart. The act makes Barbara immediately turn into a zombie. So hang on, was the groping just for kicks then? I can't imagine that's part of the playbook.
Get ready to meet your demise, woman.
Please don't kill me, please. Whoa. What are you doing?
What?
Were you just trying to cop a feel?
Yeah, sure, it's part of my ritual.
Oh, really? I think you're just being perverted.
What? What? No, there's nothing perverted about this, okay? It's Satanic Ritual 101, all right? I tie your arms and legs together, I grab a tit, I start stabbing, I eat your heart. That's how it works.
That sounds ridiculous. I think you're just being perverted.
Look, I made a pact with the devil, okay? I'm not some kind of freak. Fine, look, if it'll make you feel better, I won't touch you inappropriately before I carve your chest open, but my master will not be pleased.
I better not turn into a zombie or something stupid like that after I die.
Hail Satan!
We discover that Angus is the brother of the wrestler who got killed, and that he's working with a nameless demon who's dressed like a bus driver, I guess, in order to get revenge on the wrestler who killed Billy and the girl he died over. With patient zero established, Angus begins to build his horde by converting indie wrestlers. Well, I guess they're perfect candidates. I mean, most of them get treated like shit anyway, so becoming an undead flesh eater isn't a huge downgrade. You know, big man, that was a perfectly good door you just ran past, but no, trust your gut. Run across the house and dive through the first sliding glass door you can find.
Yeah, we coming now.
While all that's going on, we peer into the life of Douglas, who has a chat with his young nephew before he heads off to the prison show. In the 30 or so seconds it takes for the kid to exit and walk back into the house, it's become infested with zombies. Oh no, not this family I just met and don't really care about. No. Thank God, someone with actual acting talent shows up for this movie we're watching, and it's about to get undone.
She's it for me, his older brother.
You bet.
She knows Carney. You know Carney?
You speak English?
We're introduced to Sarah, a marketing lady who has a meeting with Knots.
I've done extensive market research, and I see no reason why Extreme Rising can't be the biggest wrestling association in the world.
Wow, Rip might have been ogling Samantha and more in No Holds Barred, but at least he wasn't all up in her oxygen at first glance like Cody is here with Sarah.
Consider this an early deposit. So why don't you follow me?
Okay, well, she seems to be fine with it. It's time for the long ride to the show, and I guess that means it's also orgy time, as half the bus occupants are doing some tongue wrestling. Who's that woman Matt Hardy is with? Isn't Rebby also booked in this show? Is she taking a separate car? Meanwhile, Sarah, who's going along with the wrestlers even though it's not her job, asks Piper why he's friends with Shane O'Doug.
He puts his personal honor above everything. We cover each other's back, but we're not all the same. In a strange way, we're a family.
I want you to remember that line for future reference. The bus pulls up to the prison, and the driver, who again is the demon working with Angus, let's call him Taz Jaguar, delivers a rousing speech.
For once, the outcome will not be predetermined.
Really?
You have the chance to be heroes, to challenge the gods.
Huh?
Now, turn over your phones.
Okay, how do they not all gang up and beat the guy's ass at this point? Wrestlers need their cell phones. How else are they gonna periscope their matches? The wrestlers enter the venue, where the ring's already been set up. Oh yeah? And just who set up that ring anyway? The zombies? Oh, you expect me to believe now that a bunch of mindless living dead have the know-how and the dexterity to properly assemble a wrestling ring? To line up the metal framework, put down the wooden planks, the padding, the canvas, secure the ring apron, put the ropes up and make sure they're evenly tightened? Well, this officially takes me out of the movie. Sarah thinks she sees blood and calls for help. Marcus, one of Cody Knotts' lieutenants, reaches down and tastes it. Like you do.
She's being an emo chick. It's corn syrup.
Sure, it's just blood-colored corn syrup laying around in this abandoned prison. No need for alarm.
I'm sorry. How can I make this up to you?
Wow, she is one liberated woman. Look, kids, it's Kurt Angle, who immediately gets jumped by a horde of zombies.
Pittsburghers know how to kill the undead.
Sure, you just annoy them to death by going, duh, 6 rings! But Angle's victory is short-lived as he's jumped by Angus and a clean-shaven Sylvester Terkay before he's swiftly devoured. In the next scene, a battle breaks out in the ring as the zombies, led by the now undead Kurt Angle, attack Duggan, Shane, and Piper. Wow, Hacksaw sure is good at hitting the top rope with a 2x4. And now Kurt is dead. He was on screen for less than 3 minutes. Cameo well spent. The group narrowly escapes the horde by just pushing them out of the way. Boy, 1 minute the zombies are strong, the next they look stupid. Their bookings flip-flopped more than Dolph Ziggler's. Why? Our heroes find refuge in the prison chapel, where they discover Matt Hardy and Reby Sky getting obsolete in the sheets.
We're gonna die here, and you're getting your rocks off.
Hey, it's all good, Roddy. Don't be intimidated, man.
What a weird comeback for that situation. The wrestlers begin fighting amongst themselves when suddenly, out of the shadows, a new hero emerges.
Are you guys ready to use your roid rage on someone other than each other?
It's marketing lady Sarah?
Who the hell do you think you are?
The bitch that's gonna save your sorry ass.
What? When did the boring sexpot become a badass? And why is she so poorly dubbed?
You have to do it my way.
Seriously, this comes completely out of left field. We know next to nothing about this woman other than the fact that she works in marketing and she likely got it on with 2 skis balls within her first 10 minutes of screen time. Is she good? Evil? We don't really know. And now she's gonna be badass supreme, taking on the zombies with a machete? This is just too much. Sarah and Piper become the de facto leaders of this troop of fake blood-covered doofy, and their first order of business is to leave one of the wrestlers behind.
No! You got it! You got it! You got it, man!
He clearly doesn't!
Oh God, I hope I reboot! Oh, reboot!
Speaking of people who yell out random computer-related phrases, Matt Hardy somehow gets separated from the group and finds himself on the run from a horde. Wow, those are some pretty on-the-nose lyrics. This kind of thing happens a lot in the movie.
She's a fire-breathing heat seeker, and she can't get me down. You don't wanna meet her. Run, boy, run, it's the best you can do. We all step to the circle. We all step to the circle. They come out at night.
Anyway, the one true Hardy managed to escape the zombies. Well, the top part of him at least. In his final act as a bee, oh, it's my new slang for half zombie. He takes a bite out of Reby, who makes an instant transformation.
I need your brains.
Oh yeah, and something deleted. Okay, now remember a few minutes ago there was that Roddy Piper line about Shane's honor? The relevance of this line is coming up in a second. See if you can find where.
Thank you very much for helping me 30 years ago.
No, brother. It's been my privilege. It's been my honor, brother.
He puts his personal honor above everything.
You call my wife.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
We cover each other's back, but we're not all the same.
Hey! What the hell?
In a strange way, we're a family.
Jobbers die, not main eventers.
You asshole!
Just really dysfunctional.
Yes, he sure is an honorable man. So anyway, Shane slut-shames Taya over Billy. We find out that Piper and Taya had a relationship. Which, ew, Piper, you're playing yourself and you're a married man. What? And then Piper goes apeshit on the zombies. Oh yeah! Woohoo! Yas! To hell with anything he said and they live. This is Piper's single greatest movie line.
First time I ever had the pencil. Yeah.
No, don't worry, folks. He's not a zombie. He's just gone into an extreme diabetic shock from all the corn syrup he's covered in. Shane finds himself face to face with Angus and his army.
You killed my brother. Now I'll kill you.
I murdered nobody.
Let the truth be the last words from your lips.
I did it. I fucking did it, and I loved it.
Holy shit, Shane Douglas would be a terrible secret agent. He broke the sound barrier with the speed of that about face. You know what you did? I don't know what you're talking about. Be honest. Okay, I did it. Yay!
Come and fucking get it.
Run away! Run away! Run away!
At this point, I don't know if Shane Douglas's character is the worst in this movie or the best. As more people we don't know or care much about die, Piper and Sarah are left to fend for themselves. Somehow in all this, they make their way outside.
Sarah, look.
An arbitrary landmark, the importance of which isn't really made clear. The movie's climax is one of the best parts of the film, not for any acting or cinematography, just because of how often Roddy Piper changes his shirt.
I hate zombies. This is fucking ridiculous.
So Piper and Sarah fight an endless gauntlet of the undead, Angus makes another sacrifice, Shane Douglas kills his zombified family members, and finally realizes the error of his ways before being eaten, all leading up to a final confrontation. And that's what you missed on... This is the kind of fight choreography that you can only get when Cody Knotts pays you in a large stack of paper money he got from a Scot. How do you know that? Were you able to see Taz Jaguar in pain? Do you have powers now? So it turns out that Angus and his sacrifices are basically the demon's Horcruxes. Sarah kills Barbara the OZ with a tombstone piledriver, and we have one final confrontation between Piper and Angus.
You're nothing but the all-American bully.
You know how in every action movie there's always that final battle between the good guy and the bad guy, and it turns out they're both amazing fighters, and just once you like to watch a scene that's completely one-sided? Well, Merry Christmas!
It's Halloween!
Shut up! Hot Rod beats the shit out of Angus with a cane for 24 uninterrupted seconds before old DJ Tazzy Jag is finally destroyed. But why? He's a demon. He can still float around and stuff, right? Like, why does he die if Angus dies? Seems like you got a really shitty deal with Angus.
So what you're saying, Master, is in exchange for my soul, you'll help me get revenge on the people who killed my brother?
Yes, my son. However, you must be sure you and your sacrifices don't die, because that will lead to my own demise, for reasons.
I see nothing wrong with this plan.
Roddy and Sarah vanquish the zombies, the curse is broken, Piper and Sarah make out in front of the American flag because America fade to black. Wait a minute. Where was the promoter in all this? Either he knew he was taking money from Angus to send his own talent, the lifeblood of his organization, to their certain deaths, or he had no idea what he and his talent were getting involved in. Either way, shittiest promoter ever, no wonder Extreme Rising went out of business. And that was Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies. And with a title like that, what did you expect? This film is total schlock, but you get the idea they weren't going for much else. I mean, this movie was distributed by Troma, for God's sake. That being said, there's no perspective in this film. The acting by anyone who isn't a wrestler is the worst, and the story goes all over the place with no rhyme or reason, which really makes it suffer. I'll give Cody Knotts credit for working with what he had. From what I read, they shot the film in just over 2 weeks, often in the freezing cold of West Virginia. Changes were made to the script during filming, and apparently their sound engineer was taken out of action with an illness partway during post-production, which is probably why there's so many awful dubbing issues throughout the movie.
You know what? For this kind of cash...
You want me? On your team?
She's here for the interview, the one I told you about.
Dude, I so want to jam on these busted ass drums.
All right, we're free. Let's make a run for it.
You've bought yourself a franchise for one more night.
Okay.
And as campy as it all is, getting so many wrestlers the caliber that they had is impressive for any small-time indie film. The filmmakers were also able to get some money from Kickstarter, which, hey, it's no easy feat. Yes, it's a stupid movie with a lot of flaws, more of which I discover with each subsequent viewing. But damn it, it's a movie about pro wrestlers fighting zombies. And in the end, isn't that what makes America great? Be sure to thumbs up this video if you like it, comment below, subscribe to Wrestling with Regret, and buy the t-shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com. I'm Brian Zane, and... Whoa. Is that Thai food I had for lunch coming back? Wait a minute. That's not my stomach. Well, it worked in the movie. I can't believe that worked. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a safe weekend. I'm Brian Zane. Oh, God! Oh, no! Oh, God, please, no! Oh, don't do it! No, I'm too young! I'm too handsome! I'm too famous! Oh, God! Oh, my God, Jesus! Oh, no! Brian's getting eaten by a bunch of zombies. Brian's getting eaten by a bunch of zombies. They're biting his head and his stomach and his knees. Brian's getting eaten by a bunch of zombies. It really, really hurts. It doesn't feel good. It's too bad he's such tasty zombie food. Ouch, 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 ouch.